I found out my husband's been secretly recording our arguments for 3 years. Last night, he finally told me why. I never thought I'd be the kind of wife who snoops through her husband's phone. But when David started acting strange every time we argued, reaching for his pocket, checking his watch, I got suspicious. Last week, while he was showering, I checked his phone. What I found wasn't another woman or secret messages. It was worse, a folder labeled merges containing over 200 audio recordings of our arguments dating back 3 years. My hands shook as I played one from last month. There I was, my voice rising as I complained about him forgetting our anniversary. I sounded horrible, pert, and interrupting him, bringing up past mistakes, my tone dripping with contempt. I scrolled through the files. Kitchen renovation, ret fight, Christmas with my Paris, Amo change discussion, 3 years of our worst moments, meticulously documented without my knowledge. I felt violated, betrayed, and terrified. Was he building a case for divorce? Sure, these with friends to make me look bad. I put his phone back exactly where I found it and pretended everything was normal for days while anxiety ate me alive last night. I couldn't take it anymore. Over dinner, I asked point blank, "Why have you been recording our arguments?" David's fork clattered against his plate. His face went pale. "I checked your phone," I admitted. "I know I shouldn't have, but you've been acting strange. Now please answer my question." He pushed his plate away and took a deep breath. "Remember that marriage counselor we saw 3 years ago? The one who told us our communication patterns were toxic?" I nodded. We'd gone for 6 sessions before quitting because it was too expensive. She said something that stuck with me, that I was conflict avoidant and you were confrontational, and neither of us was really hearing the other. He looked down at his hands. "The recordings were never about you. They were about me." "What do you mean?" My voice was barely a whisper. "I listen to them later when I am calm, to hear what you are actually saying instead of just getting defensive, and to hear myself part how I shut down, how I dismiss your feelings." He pulled out his phone and showed me notes he'd taken after listening to the recordings. "She needs more verbal appreciation. Stop bringing up work when she's talking about family, when she mentions plans. Don't immediately point out problems." "I've been trying to be better," he said quietly. "I know it was wrong not to tell you. I just didn't know how to explain that I needed to record myself failing at communication to learn how to do it better." I sat there stunned. The man I thought was collecting evidence against me had actually been studying how to lug me better. "Why didn't you just tell me?" I asked. "Would you have acted naturally if you knew I needed to hear us as we really are?" He reached for my hand. "I should have told you I am sorry." That night we listened to some recordings together. It was uncomfortable hearing myself interrupt him, hearing him dismiss my feelings. But for the first time we weren't arguing about our arguments. We were studying them together this morning. I deleted the recording app from his phone and downloaded it onto both our phones. If we're going to study our communication patterns, we'll do it openly, honestly, and with each other's knowledge. Sometimes the things that look like betrayal from one angle can look like desperate attempts at love from another.